Alright, so in class today when we worked this problem, there was one issue that came about, and it was from table number 5. Table number 5 actually has in it a remark that talks about the number of months, and that column is the first column on the left of the table, and it shows a statement that says the number of monthly payments, and put in parentheses in. This is actually an error on the part of the textbook. This N is not the same N that's used later in this particular chapter. It's actually the K value that's used later in this section as referenced. That is the number of monthly payments that remain on the policy, not the number of monthly payments that the policy actually has, this repayment policy. So what's actually changing is it's changing when we're looking at our APR, what's going on. And sorry I keep bouncing around on my slides. I'm trying to find the slide that actually has that value issue on it. Here we are in step 4. So on this particular problem, we had an 18 months, and we were dealing with an 8.93, and we went up to 11%. So this was when we were looking for what the APR was. Now, if you take a look at your particular problems on 13, 14, 15, and 16 in your textbook, you'll notice on all 4 of those problems, it gives you an APR. So let's just take a look for a moment with the APR on number 14, which was your group work problem. That 8.5% APR, you can take that 8.5% on your table 5 and trace down that column. And then the remaining number of scheduled payoffs after payments after payoff, saying 12 on that one, you will actually be on row 12. And so using that column, 8.5% and the row 12, you'll be able to find your H value and proceed with the rest of the problems by the same method. So it's not an error so much in what we did on problem number 1, but it is an error in how it's being described. So again, remember what I'm saying is that the N in the table is not necessarily the number of payments in the policy. All right, it's the number of payments that remain in the policy. So this number 1 example, they all remained. We were talking about the whole policy, so it was 18 months. But on those problems 13 through 16, excuse me, the number of months is the number of remaining payments after payoff.